realize what the day I found out that my personal trainer was killed in a car accident is the day that I knew that my life would change forever. For anyone that's dealt with the loss of a friend, a family member, someone close to them, in my instance a personal trainer, you know what I went through, how difficult of a process it is to handle, especially when it's something like a car accident. This person's life is taken too short, way too soon. And for someone like my trainer, Chris, when it happened 4 years ago, it put me on a different path in my life from that day forward. When I got the call that day that he was in an accident and that he passed away, I was obviously in shock. And I didn't know what to do with myself. I walked around my room aimlessly and just couldn't figure out like what's the next step for me, like what do I do? So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna go to the gym because that's what he did for me. He would train me, so I'm gonna go to the gym. And what I did was, I remember I laid down on one of the benches. I was doing a dumbbell chest press, and I was envisioning in my head that he was counting the reps that I had left. There's 3 more, you got 2 more, you got 1 more, let's go. And I remember hearing that in my head, and I'll never get that back. Dealing with a loss of someone that left this earth way too soon, and for someone that's so close to you, it takes such a toll on you. You're trying to make sense of what happened. When I went back to work, and there were grief counselors at work, and they were asking me if I was all right, and I kept telling them, yeah, I'm okay, I'm okay. I mean, that was my way of dealing with it, but for others, they really did need those grief counselors, and they needed to talk it out. And I just felt like I dealt with it a little bit differently. I channeled my energy in a different aspect. My way of dealing with it was going, working out, trying to envision in my head that he was telling me how many more reps I got. All right, this is what we're gonna do next. Because that's what he did for me when he was there for me. A few weeks after that, I took upon a new trainer, Jamal. And Chris was his manager, his mentor, and his trainer. And Chris pretty much taught him the ropes of, you know, this is what to do here. This is how you're gonna train this person if they have, you know, X, Y, and Z issues. So I felt comfortable having Jamal as my trainer, and we obviously connected because we had that same loss when it came to Chris. So I think that helped out a lot with me dealing with the loss of Chris when I had Jamal. He was going through the same thing that I was going through. So thank you to Jamal. It really was a help. I don't think he realizes how much it meant. You know, it just wasn't another client. Like, it was someone that we had the same issue going on with the loss of a friend and a mentor. And then for the next few months, you know, still going through the process of dealing with Chris's loss and finding out my mother had breast cancer, I just started to realize, listen, like, life is too short. And we can really be taken at any time, whether it be a car accident or some other issue, that foresee coming. You just need to go out there and do what you want in life. Right? Don't hold back. Don't let someone else say, yeah, you need to get this job because this is what you went to college for, or, you know, you need money, so you need to get a job and you need to do this. Yes, to a certain extent that is true. However, at the same time, try to do what you love to do. I mean, you give it another 50, 60 years, and you look back and you say, man, I wish I did this, or I wish I did that, or I wish I had that job. Like, you don't want to have regrets. That's not something you want. Time to take action is today. You need to get out and do what you want today. It doesn't have to be this big drastic change. If you want to make that big drastic change, go right ahead. I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing that you can take that risk. However, if you don't feel like you can take the risk, then take small steps at it. Go out and spend maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour or so, just taking those baby steps towards what you really want to do. And if you don't know what you want to do, schedule some time aside each day and just let your thoughts go. And you'll start to figure out and say, hey, like, I want to go and do that. I want to help this person out. You know, I want to reach out to these people. I want to travel. I want to do, you know, whatever you want to do. We live in a free world, especially here in America. We need to be grateful for that. So sometimes there's events in life that are negative. What you need to do is you need to turn a negative into a positive. So my way of turning a negative into a positive was that I felt like I needed to carry on Chris's legacy and do what I want to do, and that was become a trainer and help people. Because I knew sure as hell that I didn't want to sit at a desk and check and read emails all day long and check numbers of sales and going through this and that. I knew that my reason for being on this earth was way more than that. And that's why I'm so glad that I'm doing what I'm doing today. I mean, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I know most of you wouldn't be able to come out to somewhere like this on the beach. And I'm fortunate enough to create a hole in my schedule in between clients to come out to the beach and just record this video for you guys and just show you, listen, like, you want to come to a beach, you want to spend 30 minutes of your time just relaxing and just, again, let your thoughts go, do it. Set aside that time and take action. We only have one life to live. And that's, try not to be as cliche as you possibly can, but realistically, you really only have one life to live. Stop being depressed. A lot of people are depressed because they're unhappy in their job. 75% of the people in this country are not happy with their job. Go out and do something about it. Yes, everyone needs money, but there's got to be an easier way of doing it. And there's got to be a better way of doing it. Take steps in the direction that you really, truly want to go in. Once you start to take the steps in the direction that you want to go in, you'll create more freedom for yourself, and you'll end up creating more money for yourself. And you'll see people will follow, and they'll notice, and they'll say, wow, I wish I was in your position. I wish I could do what you were doing. So my challenge to you is don't let your mind defeat you. So that's when you get depressed. You start to let your mind escape. Negative thoughts start to creep in. Put that stuff aside. Start to wire your mind and have some positive thoughts. Positivity is going to start to lead to creativity. And then once you start to get creative, you'll start to see opportunities start to come about. Everyone has a reason for being on this earth. And I believe it's to make a positive impact on others. So if you're not doing that, figure out a way to do it. Because you'll see that you're going to be so much happier when you do. And that's what I felt like Chris made an impact, because he was having a positive influence on others. And when when I was stuck at that desk job and I saw the people and heard the people crying because they found out that he died, that's when I knew he had a positive impact. And that's when I started to make a change and say, all right, I want to go into a different direction. I want to help people because that's what's fulfilling for me. So I'm just curious to see if anyone else has a similar story to mine, whether they had a near-death experience with themselves or had a close family or friend pass away, or they had some sort of other struggle that caused them to go into a direction that they actually wanted to go into. Please leave in the comments below your story. Let me know if it's one that you need help getting out of, or if you have a story and that helped you get into the direction that you're in now. I'm a little bit sick today, but I'll tell you, I'm definitely the happiest I've ever been. Even though I wasn't smiling in most of the video, because my nose is stuffy. I am very, very happy. I am so grateful to be in this position that I'm in now, that I'm able to enjoy this beach on this 55-degree weather in New York in November. And I wouldn't be able to do this unless I took the steps in the right direction to get there. So that's my story of why I became a personal trainer. And I hope you guys can take some positive thoughts from this. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. All right, take care. Bye-bye.